All right, good morning, everybody, and welcome here to Coffee with Marcus. And today, again, it is Coffee with Marcus and Mark, because with me in the room is my head coach, Mark Hodge. Hey, good morning, Mark.
Hey, good morning, Marcus. Good morning, everyone.
All right, so today it's Tuesday, September 26th, and we will see what's in store here for us. But before we get started, let's see who here wants to make money with trading. Come on, type in a yes in the question box. Oh, yeah, exactly. And who here wants to make enough money with trading so that you can quit your job? Exactly. And who wants to make so much money with trading that you can travel the world and live the lifestyle you always dreamed about? Oh, yeah, absolutely, right? Now let's see. Who here wants to get as much as possible out of our time together this morning? Exactly. I want that for you because for you, most of you here with us today, this is going to be a long-term relationship between us. I promise you, because once we show you how simple this is, and once we show you an easy way to trade, and once you realize that this actually works, and once you realize that you can do that too, gosh, you will want to hang out with us for a lifetime. I promise you that. So let's see what's happening in the markets here this morning. Well, we do have a few trades going on here. So let's maybe look at this first. So crude oil yesterday, after making an impressive run, I mean, what did we close, Mark? 3% up or something like this?
Oh, yeah, it was a nice move higher. I think it was 3.1%, back above 52.
Yeah, so this morning, crude oil going down, it has been down almost 1%. And so this morning, already had an opportunity to trade in crude oil. So the first trade worked out with $60, and this is just for a single contract traded. And right now, here, we are in another trade, and we'll see how this works out using our Seahawk strategy. Now, using our Seahawk strategy, we call for a quick, small win. That's what we're looking for here, another $60. Now, if the trade goes against us and turns into a losing trade, we are doubling up on the amount of contracts that we are trading. So if it goes against us, then we would trade two contracts because the Seahawk strategy has an incredibly high winning percentage. Mark, I believe that we are at 80% or maybe slightly above 80%, somewhere around that.
Yeah, and even with the target and stop that we're using here um, with a 6 tick target, 12 tick stop loss, I think high 70s, Marcus, 78 to
Yeah,
82% is kind of what we're going for.
something like
So,
this. So this is why we have very few losing trades in a row. I believe that usually we only have two, maybe a maximum of three losing trades in a row. And you see, after a losing trade, this is what we noticed, and we talked about it in another coffee with Marcus, that the winning percentage actually increases. And this is why we like to double up here. So let's see how this turns out while we are keeping an eye on the market. So this morning, the indices are nicely up. Well, actually, let's see, the E-mini S&P and the Dow are around the unchanged mark. Nasdaq is recovering a little bit from yesterday after this enormous loss. So we're up 0.4%.
yeah, Nasdaq had its worst loss, I think, in over 2 months, and it looks like Nasdaq and tech stocks are bouncing back a little bit here.
Right, and I mean one of the things was Apple. Let me bring up Apple here. I mean Apple got beaten here. I mean look at this. They're coming out with the new iPhone. I mean the iPhone 8, and then we have the iPhone 10. And ever since this release, look at this, how the stock is dropping like a rock. And this is why it's so important to trade what you see and not what you think, right? Because you would think, oh my gosh, they have a new iPhone. This is amazing, best phone ever, and that the stock would go up. No, it didn't. So this is how Apple looks right now. Well, and this is why it's so important. Trade what you see, not what you think, right? Why we use PowerX Analyzer to find the best trading opportunity. Because if you try to trade based off the news, you can get hurt badly. What was another stock that got hammered yesterday? I believe Facebook, right? Facebook yesterday had a pretty bad day, if I remember correctly. Oh my gosh, look at
Yeah,
this. Again, trade what you see, not what you think. Facebook yesterday dropping like a rock, 4.5%. And I believe also Netflix got hurt pretty badly. There we go, down 4.7%. And you see it has been a nice uptrend and then suddenly boom. So this is why we don't want to trade what we like or what we think we should do, but we just trade what we see. So let's see. No, that's not the one that I wanted to bring up. Here we go. All right, so let's take a look at that PowerX Analyzer and see what came up and what are possible things to trade here this morning. So with my scanner settings here, I had 4 stocks coming up. The first one was ARDX. ARDX, I mean, overall, not a bad stock to trade, right, Mark?
Yeah, I agree. We see the numbers look pretty solid here. Nice target, nice stop. It's trended well. But there is one thing that's kind of staring us in the face, and that's that larger gap.
Right, so there's this large gap, and even though this time it went in our favor, I mean, it's a huge gap that occurred recently. A few nice trends afterwards, but this were also right now, the stock is going rather flat, and this is why PowerX Analyzer right now suggests a very, very small stop. So, I mean, if you want to trade this, you could get stopped out within a day, right? I mean, we are talking about 0.8 times the average daily range, so we're not even giving it a whole day. So just keep it in mind if you want to trade ARDX that this is one where you could get stopped out very, very quickly because right now the stop loss is less than the average move of this stock in a day. So another one popped up here, ASUR. I believe that we have been trading ASUR. It sounds very familiar.
Yes.
So ASUR, I mean, again, a small stop loss, but even though it's only 67 cents, it is 1.5 times the average daily range. So trying to risk 67 cents, making $4.51, and the chart looks actually pretty nice. I mean, as you can see, no gaps here, very little black bars. So for me, this looks like a good candidate. And right now we are having a long signal here to go to the upside.
Yeah, I agree, Marcus. We had a pretty nice run up and then a pullback, and not to get too technical, but it looks like it's kind of found some support back where it did before. So I think that we have an opportunity to get a push higher, and it just looks even that much more pretty when we see everything lining up and we see a nice buy signal here. So I think this is a good one for me.
Yeah, I like this one too, and I'm going to place a trade in this one here in just a moment. I mean, 6 wins, 9 losses, so we have a winning percentage of only 40%. Keep this in mind when trading the stock. So a loss could happen, right? But I mean, it's only 67 cents per share, so not a big deal. The other one that caught my eye this morning was ZGNX. So it's not the absolute nicest stock. You see, this is for me usually a strong maybe, where I say, yeah, well, maybe. I mean, it doesn't show any gaps, but it also has very few black bars. So there's lots of trading opportunities. In fact, over the past year, there were 18 trading opportunities. So that's quite a lot.
Yeah, Marcus, this is one that I was discussing with one of our mastermind traders last night. And I think that it is a good candidate that stood out with this one, and that is the target. If you look at the target, it's $11.41, and the signal is to go short at $13.19. So there's really 2 things we could do here. One, if you are managing a portfolio, and let's say you're looking at 5 trades on average for that portfolio, you're trying to pick up one more stock, you have the ability to be picky. Like you say, Marcus, when in doubt, stay out. There's no reason to force an entry just because you're desperate to get into a trade. Numbers wise, I like how this looks. It has trended nicely, and if I see that a target that's very aggressive, in this case it's about 80% of the stock value, if we get that move, we're going to be super happy, right? But what happens if we don't get that move? And this is where I look for about 2 to 3 times what I'm risking. And if I see that a move that's 2 to 3 times my risk on this trade is realistic and it has the aggressive target, I'm still okay with the stock. Does that make sense? So here in this case, if we're risking, what's that, I need to pull it up. It's a little small on my end.
$1.78. Yeah, it's $1.78.
Yeah, $1.78. So if we could make 380 or 360, or 3 times the risk, 2 to 3 times the risk, and in this case we're getting down to about $10, and that's where we were just at the end of July, right? So I think it's a good candidate if you're looking to pick up a stock, even though the target is super aggressive.
Yeah, because looking back also, the profit factor is 5.9. That means in the past, for every dollar that we risked, we made, or for every dollar that we lost, we made $5.90. I mean, that's a pretty good profit factor here.
Agreed.
So I'm going to place these two trades because right now I don't have many trades going on. I have still SSP. It was interesting. I got a fill in the overnight session, a partial fill. So I did have a few more shares. So I got partially filled here on my profit target, but still 125 shares here. RMTI looks just solid. I mean, and I think it was SPGL that I got filled in. This is what it looks like. Yeah, so realized 381. That's exactly. So SPGL, I got filled overnight on my profit target. This is why I like to have my profit targets in overnight sessions, because then you wake up the next morning and, hey, there's already money in the account. So let's take a look at ZGNX. Want to trade this one. So we want to sell at 13.19, and quantity with the settings that I use here of 56, and this would be a stop order at 13.19. Well, this goes here in 5 cents increments, so I'm using 13.15. So we'll do this, stop day order, okay, ready, and submit. Oh no, I can use 13.15, perfect. So we got to submit this. All right, fantastic. And then we also wanted to trade ASUR. So I want to take a look at this. ASUR. Oh, look at this. We actually gapped up here. So let's see if we're pulling back and want to trade 150 shares. Oops, not 600. Want to trade 150 shares here. And so the idea is to buy at 11.05, and we gapped up here this morning. So this is where I try to get in here at 11.10, because this is where we gapped up. Let's just see if we can get filled here at 11.10. Mark, what do you think? Is 11.10 a good price, or am I getting too greedy? Am I here being a dick for a tick?
Well, you can give it a go.
Okay, let's just see. Oh, and I need to specify what I want to do. Did I say yeah, buy? So yeah, gapping up, this looks really nice, and I want to see 11.10. You see, right now I'm the bid. Let's see if anybody bites. Seems that I'm the bid here. Let's see if we're getting filled here. So we'll keep an eye on this one here. So ASRU and ZGNX here this morning. If I had placed the order before the markets open, this is where I would have gotten filled, probably right here at somewhere between 11.10 to 11.18, because this is what happened here this morning. Maybe I should give it a little bit more room and should try to get in at 11.15, because this is where we opened here based on what I see. So the open was at 11.11. I just want to let it sit here for a minute and see if anybody bites, and if not, I'm going to raise it to a few cents here. Again, don't be a dick for a tick. This signal was triggered here this morning, so I want to make sure that I'm participating, because it's a stock that I do like here. Again, rather low winning percentage. Keep this in mind. So if you're trading it, and again, every trader is different. This is why we teach you exactly what to look for. I'm fine with this, so why not? Because this can easily, for me, looking at this, can easily move here a few dollars. And I mean, actually, we are looking for $1 of for a move of $4.51. So going up here to $15. Is this possible? Oh my gosh, for this stock, absolutely. Can this move $4 or $5? Yes. So let's go back and let's see where we are at here right now. My order is still sitting there at 11.10. Now this is one of the stocks that has a little bit less volume. So we're trading with around 100 to 200,000 shares a day. So this is where I might have to give it a few more minutes before I'm getting filled here. But then I'm trying 11.15 here, seeing if I get part of this. All right, good. So Kevin is asking, what about CSIQ? So let's take a look at CSIQ. So Kevin, this is how CSIQ looks like, and for me, this is a little bit too choppy. It's a little bit all over the place here. Mark, what do you think about CSIQ? Okay, Mark fell off his chair. All right, you see, now just looking here back, I mean, just recently, you see, it's been rather choppy here. Not my personal favorite, right? But again, I mean, this is where if you say, you know what, looking at the numbers, 40% winning percentage, 9 wins, 12 losses, a profit factor of 3.62, that you want to trade it. I like these other two better that we picked for this morning. So ASUR and ZGNX, especially ASUR. So I want to see where are we here? What's happening with ASUR? All right. See, that's what I thought. 11.15 I should do. Let's see if I can get in here at 11.15. So I'm just modifying my order. 11.15. And again, not trying to be a dick for a tick, but making sure that it also not running away. Okay, I'm partially filled, so you see I wanted to buy 150. I got filled with 100, so there's another 50 that are outstanding right now at 11.15, which is, again, it's above our 11.05, but keep in mind that we gapped up here this morning. And so this morning we gapped up, and the candle was anywhere between 11.10 and 11.20. And so if you placed a stop order to enter at 11.05, you would have been filled anywhere between 11.10 and 11.20. And since we were talking here a little bit, and that's why I didn't have the order right there in the open, I was a little bit later, but this is a realistic fill that usually could have happened if you had placed the order in overnight trading. All right, so I'm waiting for another 50 shares here to get filled. We'll see how that goes. And well, that's pretty much what we had here this morning. So a few nice positions got out of SPGL, so that worked really nicely. RMTI is looking really good, very solid here. And again, this morning, RMTI just keeps going up. Okay, and there's the remainder of the order filled. So that's what I was looking for. So now I have in ASUR my 150 shares. We are there. I wanted to talk about RMTI. So RMTI, as you can see, we're getting really close to our profit target. Maybe we're getting filled here today in our profit target, which would just be fantastic. And Mark, I know that you're sending out binary options in the background, right?
That's true.
Yeah, that's if right now your phones are blowing up, it's us.
Yep, trigger in the S&P and also the Dow.
Okay, so let's go there real quick. So that's where we are. So 2 triggers here in the S&P and in the Dow. So this is the binary option signals that you're getting. All right, let's see. There are a few questions. Let's see. For Molly's asking for the ZGNX. The numbers might change when watching it after it fills. Oh, okay, that's a good point. So Molly said that the numbers could change after you're in a trade. Well, this is why we have here a setting that you say optimize stocks with current positions, and we recommend that you uncheck this. So I should have done this. So you don't want to optimize stocks with current positions. When you uncheck this, it means that then the profit target and stop loss does not change, Molly. Okay, so this is This is why you want to make sure that you have this unchecked, because this way the numbers do not change. Making sense? All right, good. Fantastic. All right, I guess that's all we had here for this morning. And Kevin says, I was filled on my paper trades for the other two as well. All right, good for you. Good for you. Always trade on paper. Make sure that you're doing this. All right, fantastic. So this was Coffee with Markus this morning. So we did a little bit of live trading here, just because I think every now and then live trading is fun. Do you like this? Do you enjoy live trading? Okay, good. So tomorrow then we will talk more and talk about your questions. And I know that you have some questions. So we'll go back to rockwelltrading.com/askmarkus and make sure that we answer a few more of your questions. And oh my gosh, look at this. Everything is green. We like that, right? We like to see when everything is green. So RMTI possibly getting filled here very shortly. Want to get out. Our profit target is at 793. Right now we are trading at 789. So that is looking good. All right. Fantastic. You all have a wonderful day. Enjoy it. And just another question, because I asked you if you like live trading and everybody says yes. Did you like it when we do it together? When it's Mark and I versus just listening to me? Do you enjoy that? Okay, good. Everybody likes it. All right, Mark, you're on the hook.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks, guy.
Okay, all
it's
right.
okay if you say no.
Absolutely. Okay, fantastic. So we'll be back tomorrow morning. We'll see you then. Have a fantastic day. Okay, bye-bye.
Happy trading, everyone.